Speaking of the keto diet, welcome to the Forsyth Fantasy Hour. This is season 2, episode 15, a big episode, a big milestone, because we have our first guest host playing a guest character for the next couple episodes, possibly till the end. And he's a good friend of the show, good friend of the people here, Mr. Ben Looper. Woo!
Hey, what's up?
That's what he sounds like. That's his normal voice all the time.
Get ready for that for the rest of the
He really picked a good one.
Yeah, let's.
So Ben,
it's not that one.
you're a family friend. Me and Tristan have known you for. We were talking about it the other day, like 5 or so years now.
It's been a long time.
And so you are an avid, cool person like all of us. You like nerdy and well-told stories, so I thought you would be a perfect fit for the show. And you did about like 4 to 6 years of improv.
Thereabouts.
So that's a fun little thing in the bag.
So
Fun little player on the table.
I think in terms of qualifications, I think you are actually the most qualified at the table.
You
Be so
exceeded.
quick to say that.
We are expecting from you.
Oh my god.
Drew Carey. Yeah, here we go.
Really, really great.
Great
be on,
expectations.
Seriously. I mean, like, I'm a big fan and of you guys as friends and of the show. I mean, I'm really excited to get to do some stuff with you guys.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be fun. We see a scene many years ago in the province of the Silvered Earth. The Shortmarsh Estate, a royal land of 1,000 acres, is throwing its annual party, celebrating the new year. Quentin Shortmarsh and a select group of allies and friends join him in fellowship, merriment, and drinks. As Quentin tends to his guests, a family enters the mansion, a noble and his son.
Sozzle, old friend, I didn't think you'd make it.
Sozzle replies,
It has been too long, Quentin. How are you?
Where are Robert and Taylor? I have gifts for them.
I know I'm a tad late for their anniversary, but better late than never.
Quentin's demeanor changes, not to sorrow or melancholy, but that of regret.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, friend, but you are a tad bit late. My folks passed a few months back. I was sure I sent you a message about it.
As Sozzle and Quentin talk, Sozzle's son, Cilka, walks away from the conversation. He moves around the party, mostly to examine the myriad of artifacts littering the house. Weapons and armor, trinkets and tools. All of these magical items intrigue him, but he stops in front of a lantern, which completely eclipses his focus. He reaches for it when his father stops him.
Cilka, what have I told you?
Look, do not touch.
Hey, Sozzle, let the boy have a look. No need to frighten him. I know the others are dying to see you. So, how about you give Nerissa and Yuri a visit and I'll take care of the boy.
Sozzle nods, and as his father walks away, Cilka watches Quentin take the lantern off of its podium.
I guess you've never seen a lantern or revealing before. Well, my folks loved collecting wondrous items. A bit of treasure hunters back in the day. A bit of hoarders nowadays. They've got much more wild items around. Even more than a lantern that shows invisible things.
Cilka didn't hear a word Quentin said. This magical item gripped his fascination.
You know, with my folks gone and my job becoming more and more demanding, I don't know if I'll be able to watch the estate. Might have to just get rid of everything.
Cilka's eyes became wide with worry. Thoughts of what would happen to this trove of magic and treasure raced through his head. but Quentin stowed his fears by asking him,
I wonder if someone or some family could help me out with that. What do you say, kid?
All right, so we have had a relatively big couple episodes in the Forsyth Fantasy Hour, or in the Fantasy Hour, as I should say. So Emmy and Jack are currently in one of the 4 major cities of Noishing. They are in Quarter Keep, and they and a lot of their allies have been mourning the loss of one of their friends who's not technically dead, but he's just trapped in another world for possibly 50 years, or more likely he's trapped there forever and he can never come back.
Yeah, he's AFK and he's not getting a sub anymore, so if that made any sense to anybody.
And then we have Ben, your character, Cilka S. Sozzle, in the province right next to where Quarter Keep would be. You were in the province known as the Silvered Earth.
Yes.
There's not, since it's an area mostly built around nobles and royal families, there's not really a major city that you would be at. The closest city, you are currently in between 2 of the major cities, Quarter Keep, where they are, and then Shadow Village. But that's way deeper, because then the one that comes after that is Sixport, where District 6 is their headquarters is. Okay. So despite that you guys are a little split up for right now, you all had the same message that came across recently. And it was that the pronounced ruler of Noishing, Orion Stahl, just casually told everyone through their different communication devices that this war that's been going on for about 10 to 12 years is over, and that he is basically saying there's peace now. So we're going to have a little bit of the fallout of that. Emmy, you were at the gates of Quarter Keep. You just saw an old friend who gave you a note. So Elliot is with you. Tristan, you're back in the catacombs and rooms of Quarter Keep with basically your family, and Sia.
Your family lives in the catacombs?
Yes. We like bones.
Oh, awesome.
We love calcium, especially old calcium.
It's basically an old military base where the departed guardians of old used to live.
Oh, yeah. Now they live there forever.
Yes.
Emmy, you just heard this PSA. What do you do?
Because I know that they heard it too, right?
Everybody heard it.
Right.
You can tell that in the party that you're at, Quentin and Director Moxie and Lieutenant Fulone, Captain Fulone, they're all kind of uneasy about it because this has literally never happened before.
Okay. So I just go over to Edward.
Okay. So
Edward was near me, right?
Yeah, he was at one of the tables. He's sitting with Quentin. And Edward looks at you. Edward Hilltopper, Emmy's father, a little stout halfling, looks up at his daughter and says, I can't see my face, but I'm assuming we have the same worried face.
Yeah, and what you don't know is that just a few minutes ago, someone handed me this note, and then so basically I knew seconds before that thing went off, and I recognized the...
Did you want a recap of what the important part of the note said?
Sure.
So, in a language that only Emmy can read, it said...
So that was Winter Wolf, wasn't it?
Yes. Okay. It says, you're in danger. Be wary of House Stahl and protect the orc child at all cost, who is your friend Nyx. So, you tell Edward this. Quentin's right next to him. Do you tell Quentin as well?
Yeah. Given that they're both
What's
together.
What's Quentin gonna do? Run at him with crutches? He's in a wheelchair.
That's just mean.
That's just him.
That's just mean. Of course, the thought did cross my mind,
right.
But so yeah, I looked at them, I guess, and I handed it to him. But
well, they look at it and Quentin says, "Emmy, I'm sorry, we can't read this."
I'm sorry. Right.
I mean, we see the part where they're talking about Gray, which is nice, but I don't know Winter Wolf.
Yeah. So I translate for them.
Okay. So you explain.
And I said, I think what they mean by the orc child is Nyx, And this is, in case you're thinking that this is not a legit, warning. Well, look what just happened. And he went to a great lengths to get here to warn me or warn us.
Well, so Quentin starts to get up and he uses his cane and he says, look, we've been taking kind of a time off of being departed guardians. Even though it sounds like things are in peace, what freaked me out the most was Orion talked about festivities, which is what we're currently having right now.
Right. And my friend knew where to find me.
Right.
He came straight here.
So,
all right, who's been talking?
and you all look at Droopy, and Droopy's just sitting there
Right.
listening, and he shakes his head like, no, it wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Okay.
But so Quentin says, look, let's round up everybody.
Yeah.
I've been wanting for you guys to come back to my old estate. I have something kind of important to talk to you about there. And I have a friend who can take care of us while we're there. And
okay. How far is that?
pretty far.
Oh, great.
But we'll stop by the bunker, which is actually called the Burrow. And I realized that I don't think we've ever called it the Burrow.
Never. I think we've always called
I
it
feel like we've called it the burrow.
a couple of
At
times.
least, yeah, but then we call it the bunker just because that sounds secret.
Yeah.
Then it's their secret like underground base.
Yeah.
Bunker, burrow,
Yeah. Which both mean the same,
Yeah, but like bunker.
But so you will be able to stop by the bunker, get some of the stuff that you need from there that you don't have already with you, and then Quentin is wanting to take you all to his estate. Jack, we're gonna cut to you. We're gonna cut like a little bit ahead of time, where you've caught up with sort of everybody else, and as this party quickly dismisses, so the Pumice and Zigabeth go back. Make their way back home, and the Timbers trio, they leave to go back to their respected homes as well, or continue on their job. District 6 is packing up, and the rest of your team is packing up, and you're kind of been informed that you need to get a move on, that you guys are going to go to Quentin's old estate.
Oh, okay.
My question for you is, Sia talked about a possibility of getting Gray Orange back. Is that something that Jack would want to focus on at this moment, or is sort of the situation with Orion Stahl a little bit more pressing to him?
Well, okay, so for one thing, you might just need to cut that out real quick, just because what exactly was the message again? Because there's the stuff that was in her letter, and then there was the stuff that he said. Okay, so it's like I know that there's some stuff that I don't know because it was in the letter, not in the message. So
in Orion's message, he said, "Hello, good people of Noishing. It is I, Orion Stahl, Lord of the North and the leader of the free world. This message goes out to all of you to inform you with great relief that the war is over. This long-standing feud between the Calling Hornets, the orcs of this dreadful regime, and the good creatures of the Galley has finished. The orcs have surrendered with minimal casualties on both sides. Continue with your lives, your duties, and your festivities, and rest assured you are safe under House Stahl." That was the full message in a voice that sounded similar to Alan Rickman. And Ben, you got the same message too.
Yeah.
So that is what you've heard.
So my thought is that, well, my first thought is how did everybody else feel about the message? Because I'm pretty startled, but I mean, I'm startled enough to where if everybody got the message, I would have wanted to go outside first.
Okay.
Not
make a perception roll.
Okay.
Get a view of kind of everybody.
I got a 1.
Okay. I mean, I think
I was a little drunk.
He ran into a wall.
I was a little drunk, ran into a wall, and said, "I'm outside."
So you are obviously shaken by this. I would say this actually affects Jack more than he thought it was going to. Everyone around has sort of a mixture of worry, confusion. But there's only one other person who has the genuine fear that you're feeling right now. But I can't tell you who that is because you're so upset or so just confused.
One perception roll confused.
Can I roll for luck to talk to somebody about this? This is me guessing, like wanting to play this little rolling game to guess who might else be.
Okay, do charisma, but you'll have disadvantage.
Okay. I got an 8.
Okay. Yeah, I would still say that so you talk to Nyx and Astrid and Sia, and they're just confused. Nyx has no idea who Oriental is, or even when you're talking with her, she's like, "Look, I know I'm an orc. I'm a half orc. I don't know if people are gonna treat me any differently because, like, I guess my people lost the war, but I know you guys found me when I was a little kid up there, but I don't know if I'm a part of that group or anything."
I mean, my thought is I don't know much about what went on whenever we were all on the run, but I know that the war was sort of a big part of it, and I don't know. Like, I think there's something in the back of my head and I'm not remembering it correctly or at all, but I feel like this is very concerning, and as much as concerned as I am with trying to get Gray back, I feel like we should try to focus on this as much as possible.
And Nyx kind of punches you in the shoulder, and she goes, "Hey, we're Guardians, right? So whatever issue that we have, we can take care of it."
Okay. Yeah. True. All right.
With you saying that, and Jack's focus kind of being on this mysterious message, Sia, Jamie, and Ophelia, as you guys are kind of packing up your stuff and getting ready to go, they come up to you, and Sia says, "Jack, I know you are going to be with Quentin and you have some Guardian business, but me and Jamie and Ophelia were talking that maybe we just kind of split the party for a second and we go off and maybe just hang out in the bunker, maybe hang out here in Quarter Keep."
We do definitely need folks back here, because I mean, this is far out in places that I haven't been since, I mean, I'd say we were kids, but you guys weren't kids, I guess. But yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, so we'll work on the whole Gray situation, see what we can find, but we'll be at Quarter Keep.
Okay.
And Jamie says, "Yeah, bro, don't worry, you got me. I got nothing on my plate." Wait, what day is today? And you tell him the date and time.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Okay, well, I will have to take a little bit of a break. I can leave you guys with some money, but I do have a trade show to be at."
Right. Stuff's important.
There's a big festival for the Spark Merchants, and my boss wanted me to be there. So I will have to do that.
I mean, more people in Sixport. It's all good.
Well, it's actually a little bit south of the South Coast. It's on the coast of the South Coast.
Oh,
that's where it's gonna be. It's outside of the Outer Isles where the Spark Merchants live.
So just completely out of range.
I mean, I'll be back in like 3 weeks.
Okay.
A month, maybe.
Sure. All right. Do what you got to do, man.
Thanks, Van. And he pats you on the back, and he starts going off with District 6 because they're heading back to their own base. Jack, before we finish with you, Ophelia hasn't really said a word on anything, but she gives you a big hug, and she whispers in your ear. She goes, Take the smorb. Take that with you.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if something has to do... I have a hunch that there's something magical going on, and, that's what we use to locate Wellforges, and I think that could just be useful and beneficial to you.
Yeah. You sure you're done with it, though? I mean, you found anything fun with it?
Well, just bring it back.
Okay.
In one piece, I hope.
All right. I promise you that.
And then she looks at you, she kind of grabs you, and she goes, and you as well.
Right.
Come back in one piece.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't think I ever told you what happened when Nyx and Astrid were taken in your last adventure.
No. Were you okay?
No, frankly, no. I was left alone. I couldn't contact anybody. Emmy's father was a big help, but I I just don't want to go through that with again. And you can see she's about to cry. And so she starts to walk away.
I just run back and give her a huge hug. It's one of those like lift off the ground ones because I'm taller in this world than in real life, so that's nice. And I can do that. Don't know if you want me to roll for anything for that, but yeah,
No, you're okay.
I just do that.
You're fulfilling your tall bear hug fantasy.
Yes. Things people have done to me. Yeah, and I just do that, and I wish her luck, and we'll be in touch. I swear.
And she just kind of nods and smiles. And you can see she's about to cry, and she walks back to go be with Sia. Cilka. Who? So back in the mansion, what is your daily routine? So, Cilka, to kind of describe your role to everybody else, we've seen a little bit in the beginning of the episode. You have been protecting and guarding this mansion and this estate for, I want to say, about over 10, maybe 15 years. You kind of keep together some of the buildings and some of the magic items that are there. Maybe just walk us through a little bit of what a day typically looks like for Cilka.
Okay, do you want me to do it in Cilka's voice?
I mean, that is up to you.
Like a little. Okay, we'll test run this. All right,
Whatever,
this is totally up
whatever
to,
you want to land on.
Yeah, well, I wake up around 7 a.m. in the morning, as the sun rises, more or less, and I go and make myself some coffee, take a look out along the property, make sure that nothing's horribly awry, which sometimes it is, and I go and feed the animals. There are a few variety. From there, I go do some light vacuuming. I do any dishes that I had dirtied last night, and I start my laundry.
I love it. It's very, very good.
Keep it, please.
Oh yeah, that's very easy. I've identified the spot in my face where the noise is coming from. It should be very easy to keep. Anyway, yeah, but if it's like annoying or anything like
No. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
No, it's fantastic.
I'm really not that connected to it, so I just pulled this out of thin air.
good,
Just
it's good,
Yes,
it's good.
out of thin air.
Okay, yeah.
Get it?
I was experimenting with some in my head. Anyway,
So, Cilka, you're folding some of your laundry as you do every day, and you get a call on. Me and you have kind of talked a little bit about Cilka, and even then, I liked the fact that you have a vacuum cleaner because it kind of shows that Cilka is like very techie.
Mm-hmm.
He has like magical items, but he also has.
Oh God, I didn't realize. Never mind.
No, it's great.
Okay.
So, you've described that you have like cameras mounted in the mansion,
yeah.
which is great.
That's awesome.
I didn't describe my night routine.
Oh, we'll get to it. You also have a camcorder that you made and you carry around because you're also a paranormal investigator. So you have a radio of where you hear like if people are trying to send you messages through like Call Class, which are little earpieces that everybody in Noishing uses.
Yeah.
You got a radio though.
Of course.
Whole ham radio.
Yeah, it's like an old like World War I type radio.
Yeah, that was really cool.
So over the radio, you get a call from a familiar family friend. It's Quentin Shortmarsh, and he goes, "Hey, Cilka, I know it's been long, but you can just pick up. I got something to tell you."
Hey, Quentin.
Hey, kid, how's it going?
Hey, it's so good to hear from you. I was getting so terribly lonely.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I've had a lot of stuff come up with, my family stuff, and the Guardian business. I want to say it's been about a year. Want to say 8 months since I called you last.
Yeah, you know what? And I actually, I know that I've been taking care of the property for a while.
And I appreciate that.
But I'm not going to lie to you, Quentin. And I love it. I really love it. But I've had to take some matters into my own hands at times because you just weren't available.
That's all I expect of you.
Okay.
I mean, essentially, like, you've been living there for so long, you and your family, or just you, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost yours at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I didn't get along with some of the other employees that you had hired.
Mm-hmm.
I let them go. I can take care of it on my own.
Okay.
Really,
Well-
it's all under control, Quentin.
Well, I trust you, and not because I don't trust you, but I'm coming up in the next maybe week and a half.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm also bringing about, I don't know, a handful of people.
Oh my god.
We're gonna stay there for a little bit. I don't know if you've heard the news, but we're kind of in a peacetime right now.
Okay.
And
I heard it. Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad you did. I'm glad it reached out that far. It's good to know.
But I must say these political trivial matters don't concern me.
Well, that is good to know, and that is good of why we have you, because we're gonna have to be on the lowdown for a little bit because something bigger might be up.
Oh. Hopefully, it's something involving the deep magic.
Yeah, I know that's your term for it. We call it big magic, but deep magic will work as well.
It's a theory I'm working on.
Okay. Good to hear, buddy. So we'll be there, and actually, don't get too excited. But yes, it might involve deep magic. So.
Oh, okay. I'll make preparations right away. The house is perfect. Nothing wrong with it at all.
Can you make a deception roll?
on the detail.
You got a week.
14 modified by my charisma, right? Or deception?
So 15. Yeah.
It's just audio.
It.
It's just audio, no facial cues.
There's no
No
FaceTime.
LA
Yeah.
Noir facial cues.
So whether or not things are actually under control, well, as far as Quentin understands, everything's right as rain.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Quentin says, "Okay, well, I'll keep in touch, and I'll let you know when we get sooner. You're gonna like the people I brought. You're gonna have a lot of questions for them.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
Quentin, you want a berry?
no, Jack.
Are you sure? You're the only one who hasn't tried one yet.
No, I'm fine. I've had a lot of good berries in my life.
I don't, but not mine.
Is that the voice of Jack Pilgrim?
Yeah, it might not be the one you're thinking of, but yeah, that is.
Look, I got a raspberry this time.
That's him.
It's red, and you really like those colors, right?
Yeah, I do, Jack.
Jack loves berries. I know that about him.
That's a recent development. I'm actually quite impressed.
It's in his trivia book, of which there's not actually one. I just made that up.
Okay, I'm inclined to believe you based off the roll that you
Hey,
made.
Quentin, are grapes berries?
No, they're melons. Oh, Cilka, I'll talk to you later. And he
Okay,
hangs
it
up.
was so nice meeting. Hello, Quentin. Oh, okay.
So I have another question for you, Cilka. Have you ever had guests before outside of the former employees there?
Sometimes kids try to come in. I try to encroach on the property, and it's my job to keep them off. I mean, one of my jobs.
So you're like, oh, who's the guy in Peter Rabbit?
Peter,
Oh.
wait, Peter Rabbit or Winnie the Pooh?
No,
No,
Peter
Peter
Rabbit,
Rabbit.
Mr. McSomething.
Yeah.
Mr. McBride.
No, it's Danny McBride.
Ah, yeah, Danny McBride to be sure.
Danny McBride, the famous character from Peter Rabbit.
What's up, everybody? I'm in Peter Rabbit.
But so you do chase kids off of the property. I love it.
Yeah, and I feel like I have a really deep connection with the property, and it's like my job to take care of all of it. I'm almost like manically, what's the word? Possessive of it.
Okay,
possessive.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Y'all ever seen Monster House?
Yo, I love Monster House. Now, and to a point of that, Ben, we were talking in your character creation, which we didn't film. It was just me and Ben. Cilka believes that there is something in the house, like something spiritual in the house.
There is something in the house.
Oh my.
I have not revealed what that is, if there is anything, but that is just another layer of the deep, lovely onion that is Cilka S.
Oh,
Sozzle.
Oh, we'll see, yeah.
He's gonna love all these people in his house.
to Emmy and Jack. You guys are on the road to the Silvered Earth. As you guys leave, Emmy, do you inform Jack and the rest of the party of the thing about Nyx?
Yeah, and actually, because I tell Jack and Droopy both.
Okay.
Who visited me.
Oh, okay. So they are the only two that
will know that it's Roderick.
That Roderick gave you the note.
And it was very, because it was his eyes and everything. And, and then I'm sure that as he was running off, he probably was transforming back, because.
Well, I mean, my thought too is Winterwolf. And we only know the one. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Duh.
I'd have believed you because we're good friends, but
even still,
that all adds up.
So as you guys are on the road, the District 6 officers escorted you kind of back to the bunker. You guys have left that. Jack, I assume you've gotten the smorb.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we went to the bunker, who all stayed in the bunker and who all left?
So nobody's in the bunker. Everybody
they stayed at Quarter Keep, the ones who said they were
Sia
staying.
and Ophelia are at Quarter Keep. As you guys are heading and breaking off from District 6, because they kind of give you a police escort, they're coming back. Emmy, as you're telling Jack and Droopy about Roderick, make a perception roll.
7.
Okay. As you are explaining that you've met Roderick, he gave you this note. He's in sort of this human form, but you're not really sure how or why. You swear that you saw him out of the corner of your eyes going in the same direction as District 6. You saw him, and then you look again, and he's completely gone.
Right.
So you cannot confirm that actually was Roderick, but you saw something
Just now.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
as we were all heading. Oh, okay, sure. Yep. Oh, yep. I saw
Is this
something.
what you say when you see it?
Yeah.
Do you say this out loud to anybody?
Yeah.
Emmy, what is it? I'm Droopy.
Yeah.
In case people don't know.
Oh, yes. I know you're my Droopy. Well, I could have sworn I saw something at the corner of my eye, and
Was it the plum ice?
No, it was much bigger.
Was it Nicholas Stormborn?
Oh, God, no.
Was it human Roderick?
No, I think it was regular size Roderick.
Wait, regular size based off of when he was cursed and mute, or when he is 20 feet tall?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both are pretty big, bud.
Actually, I thought he was 10. So, yeah, anyway.
With that being said, you guys kind of keep going along on your way. The travel is long. You guys rest a lot of times.
Frequently.
Quentin's not doing so hot. Astrid's been really, really taking care of him. So the people who are your party is Emmy, Jack, Droopy, Elliot, Edward, Nyx, Astrid, and Quentin. So it is 8. Small party. Just small adventure party.
Not that big.
Justin, can you make a survival check?
Yes.
With advantage, because you are a ranger. You're helping lead your crew.
So I got a 17.
Okay.
Best roll. Yeah.
So yeah, you start making it in ahead of time, and you are working pretty well with Quentin. You're actually working really well with Elliot, who is also a ranger. Nice. So you're kind of finding some camaraderie in that. Maybe filling the tiny little bit of the hole that Gray left in your heart. Mm-hmm.
Elliot, what other berries can you make?
Oh, I don't make berries.
And why not?
Don't take it personally. I know. I
mean, is it not I pick up like sand and turn it into a little bundle of blueberries. Is this not?
It's a good thing it's a week, because I think you can only do that a couple times.
Yes.
He goes
for the day at least.
He goes, Jack, I know it's. Look, I'm in the small minority of rangers who don't like good berries. I know there's that restaurant in Sixport that everybody talks about. I'm sure you've been there.
Goodberry is a great place, and I got to tell you, like, I had a very big aspiration, and it was to be to really live up to this name I've set for myself, right?
I mean, Goodberry's.
But I gotta say, one that I never thought that I would have would be to work for some place like Goodberry, to make my own Goodberry, my own bar out of my own good berries.
I mean,
and I've never had a personal plan for my life. And I mean, once this is all over and we try to figure out whatever happens with Gray or whatever, I'm just saying, like, I got some plans in mind. And I was really hoping that, you know, you would want to jump in too, because, you know, you've been pretty cool. Learning some cool ranger stuff. What?
Parafly.
What is that?
Well, pair of flies, I should say.
Pair of flies? What? Why would I want a pair of flies?
No, PEAR. It's another restaurant and competes with Goodberry. Goodberry is fine.
What part of Sixport is that in? I never heard of that one.
The southern side.
Oh.
What? You don't like the southern side of Sixport?
No, it's not that. It's just I didn't know you were going around that side of town.
Okay, well, I mean, they have these big shark bowls.
That I hear.
But like, it's a bowl full of sharks.
I mean, my question for you, you know, because
pair flies.
Because you know, we all have our own cool places and places to go in Sixport, but like Southside, my question, man, is where are you getting the cash for this type of stuff?
Hey, well, I used to be like evil and mind controlled, so you know.
Wait, I pull him aside. Do you need some tips on roguing? Because
it wouldn't hurt.
Have you been stealing? Have you been pocketing?
I did
from the South, folk?
Not in my
because I used to love doing that type of thing. I just could never walk around the city, that part of the city. I just did not look the part.
Hey, maybe once things settle down, I can teach you some ranger tricks. I can show you some other spells that are a little bit better than Goodberry,
and maybe
you
and I come to terms with which one of these is the best berry. I pick up another rock and I make that a raspberry, and I know that I've used like my 2 good berries for the day. But you know, I'm sure it's another day or 2 out.
He takes it with his little claw and he goes, I'll have this one, but then you gotta teach me some rogue stuff.
All right.
And then he takes a bite of it.
And I do a little flip with the dagger that was hanging from his belt and walk off.
Make a performance roll.
17.
Okay, it does exactly what you wanted to do.
Nice.
Which I don't know what it is.
Oh, I was just, you know, he said he wanted to learn some rogue stuff. I walk past him going, one day, as I'm flipping his weapon in front of him.
Emmy, as you're on the road, in this sort of week and a half, Nyx comes up to you.
Oh, and also, if you recall, I can now make that little hut thing.
Oh yeah, you have a new spell.
I have a new spell.
Have you been using that as a camp?
Yes, because
daily.
Yeah, after all, you know, it's like when whoever says, "Oh, I think we should stop," especially like Quentin. You know, I make these huts. I make these little bubbles and stuff.
I like bubbly.
Bubbly.
So Nyx comes up to you, and you're getting closer to the estate. You're about maybe a couple hours away at this point. And Nyx, I think you guys have just rested for the night. You've put up your tiny hut, which I forget the full name of the spell, but doesn't matter. It's tiny hut.
Tiny hut.
I don't think there's any other tiny hut in D&D.
That's a shortcut name as well. So if we yell that out, that's like using a shortcut key.
The control S, control save state. But so you're kind of magically taking down the hut. You are attending to some of the fire, and everybody's kind of getting camp back set. And Nyx comes to you, Emmy, and she goes, "Hey, do you need any help, Miss Hilltopper?"
Yeah, sure. I could always use some help.
All right, cool. Well, I know we wanted to get some of the stuff in the wagon that your boyfriend Elliot said. Like,
hey, my friend. Let's keep it at like on the lot.
Okay, that's not what Droopy told me, but you know.
Oh, Droopy.
We're supposed to get the wagon hooked up to Peanut. So
wait, the what?
Hooked up to Peanut. What were you thinking?
Oh yeah, the horse. Right here, Peanut.
Oh, Miss Hilltopper, you are something. So you guys are packing sort of everybody's supplies. It's kind of like your turn out of the week to take down camp. Have you told Nyx at all anything about the note that you got
No, not yet. I thought Jack could do that.
So you, Emmy, did not want to
Be the one to tell her?
Yeah.
No, I thought that, maybe we could somehow tell her that we're going to just be a little more vigilant on keeping an eye on her. And if it seemed weird, it's because there was good reason to and stuff. And I just figured Jack would do a better job of that
Okay.
than me, then go up to her and go, hey, by the way, you're in danger. You're going to die.
I mean, that was my question for you guys. So you finished packing up stuff.
Wait, so who else knows?
About
Then-
the notes? It's just like you and Edward.
So Jack and Droopy only know about Roderick gave her the note. It seems like everybody knows the nature of the note except for Nyx.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
So you guys are getting closer and closer to the Short Marsh estate. When Cilka, you get another call. You're incredibly smart and you have a very keen mind, and so you know.
Oh my god.
Brilliant.
You know all about the time, so you have calculated the time that you expect everybody to be there
to the second.
and they are slightly ahead of schedule,
Oh, God.
only by Maybe a minute.
Oh my god.
But you get a call on your radio, and it's Quentin, and he goes, hey, Mr. Sozzle, looking for you. Not your father. I call your father that. Cilka, it's me, Quentin.
Oh, hey, Quentin. Hey, it's good to hear from you again. So yeah, I should be expecting you guys later on today.
Well, that and maybe if you get on the roof or one of the towers, you'll start to see us.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the tower real quick. I'm carrying the radio with me.
Oh, that's very difficult, I would assume.
Things been okay, Quentin?
Oh yeah, they've been all right. I am a bit different from the last time you saw me.
Okay.
You might be interested, but a couple magical stuff has happened to me. And
Oh yeah.
in terms of de-aging, I'm a lot older now.
How could this be?
Well, I stopped. You remember an old coworker of mine named Narissa?
Oh yeah, Outlover.
Yeah, I knew that you would. A lot of stuff has happened with her. But the big thing is me and her would take this potion and stuff, and now I'm an old man now.
Oh my god. Well, I always really, Quentin, I'm gonna be honest. I always saw you as an old man.
Well,
in my eyes.
Well, that means you're not wrong because
this shouldn't be that much of a shot. I always thought you were old.
So you, Cilka, you finally actually, Cilka, can you make a strength roll?
Oh yeah, because I'm carrying the
Yeah, you're carrying the radio.
Wow. 19
you
modified
go.
by my negative, my wimpy little arms.
You're so frail.
Still 18.
Yeah, still 18. So you make it up to the roof.
Carried on my shoulder, like a boombox.
This is something you do.
Yeah, you're actually pretty well equipped to carry your radio around.
Equipment around.
And so when you get to the roof and you're having this conversation, you see Quentin and his party at the gate.
Oh my god.
So they're here.
You should be exactly 30 feet away than you are right now.
Well, we got a couple of people who are trained in survival.
You're like a whole minute ahead, Quentin.
Well, better early than never. Early bird gets the worm. Isn't that right?
Oh my god. I'll call you back. I'll see you in a moment, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's a few things I had to take care of. Nothing big, but I was saving it all for the last 60 seconds, and now I have to do it right now. So I'll see you.
All right. I'll see you in a moment. And so he hangs up, and he turns to everybody else in the party, and he goes, well, guys, get ready to meet one of my oldest family friends, someone I cherish very deeply, actually. Incredibly smart, incredibly intelligent.
Is it whoever was moving on top of the roof up there?
Yeah, that was him.
The parapet.
Oh, weird.
No, he is a delight. Well, I'll have him introduce himself. So Cilka, you get your last 60 seconds of stuff done.
Oh my god.
and you get down to the front gates where you see a whole slew of new people waiting and ready to meet you. We haven't done this in a while, or at all with your character, actually. What does Cilka look like?
So
What do we see?
okay, yeah. So, I mean, he's one of those guys where he looks like he's probably like in his early 20s. In reality, this guy is like mid 30s, like, you know, like late 40s, or not late 40s, like approaching 40 more or less. Is that what we're kind of thinking?
No, that's
I knew that I was taking care of the estate for quite some time.
Sure. No, that's fine.
Make sure that he had like the familiarity. Anyway, so yeah, he's like a younger looking guy, like a shock of brown hair, sort of. You think about like, you know,
What I would imagine Alfred and or Commissioner Gordon looks like when Bruce Wayne loses his parents.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, that's honestly more or less what I was to be honest.
There you go.
Like in terms of that, like yeah, because he's kind of young.
That
whenever his
age
parents-
range,
he's kinda-
yeah.
he's kind of young whenever his parents die, right? Sort of. He's sort of like he looks bedraggled. He constantly looks like he just got out of bed, and he always has a very like he's sort of somewhat slouched, like me in real life. And let me see, and meticulously clean clothes.
Okay.
Like
So he's not he himself doesn't appear clean.
He looks
but
like-
he looks like he could be a barista. You mean?
yeah, like he looks
like
like
just a very dirty person, but like just very nice clothes.
bags under his eyes. It's very clear this guy doesn't sleep a whole lot. Let's see what else. That's more or less.
So he's a human.
Yeah.
Yes,
he's a human
he is a
being.
human.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, we
Okay.
decided on that.
Yeah.
What how tall are we looking at with this?
He's actually, I don't know. He's not super tall. Just think my height. I don't know.
Okay.
Sure.
And what is your height for everyone else?
5'9", a clean 5'9".
Why does that sound like a lie? Am I the only one?
6'5".
And what are the last digits on your
On
the back of your credit card?
On the back of your credit card. The last three digits.
The last four of
Just
his
mind telling us?
social. Yeah, that would be. At what point? Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'll keep that one. I'll keep the zip locked up for a moment.
All right.
It's not really that big of a deal. Does that kind of give you guys a good idea of what we're looking at?
Yeah.
Sort of?
I love it.
Yeah.
Sort of like a bedraggled butler.
So yeah, the gates open up and you are with Cilka S. Sozzle. Quentin walks over and he gives you a big hug. And he goes, "Hey, it's finally good to see you in person. You know, radio's good and all, but good to see face to face."
Like, it's very good to see you again, Quentin.
Yeah, and so when you get a look at Quentin, he is much older. When you first met him, he kind of stayed around this age of like middle-aged but very ruggedly handsome. Now he is like considerably old. If you had to put an age to him, you would think he's around 90.
Oh, he's aged that
He
much.
endgame.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
You,
Okay.
You look, I guess, slightly older than what I always imagined you looked.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you stop taking vampire essence. So
No, to be honest, you're just as good looking as before, in my opinion. And that, not to compliment you.
well, thank you. And I think you're looking very sharp yourself. Very smart, as I should say.
Wow. Thanks.
Who's this guy?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you?
Which one's your first name? O or my or?
Oh my God. You're Jack Pilgrim.
Tristan, how do you introduce yourself?
That's what I'm known by. Yep.
Okay.
My liege. And I like bow super deep, like a super deep, magnificent bow.
Oh.
And, oh my God. You must be Emmy Hilltopper.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
No, Jen. Oh my God. May I, my lady?
And Droopy looks and he goes, "I like him." and he takes a knee and bows to you too.
No, Droopy, I know you.
You do.
I'm gonna go lower than you, and I like lay on the ground.
I bet you can't. And he like just lays like flat on the floor.
I have to like pick him up to make sure he doesn't suffocate on the dirt.
We're going. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, just I pick him up by the shirt, Droopy. That is maybe Cilka as well. Just
but then Cilka, you are introduced to Edward Hilltopper and his dad.
Sir.
And sir, you meet Astrid, who is this lizard folk woman. She's, as far as you can tell right now, she's Quentin's caretaker, And she just kind of shakes her hand and smiles politely. And then you meet Nyx, who seems a little not rude to you, but gives you a little bit of a cold shoulder based off of your debonair and chivalrous characteristics. Attitude. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
But that's just next.
I look over at her as Cilka is bowing to me, and I go, "This should be you."
She goes, "No, I don't think so. You saved my life on a couple times, but don't forget, I saved yours too."
But this should be you.
You almost got killed by the magenta moth.
We've
but I
all
saved you.
almost been killed. Look at him. I'm sure he's also met his match. Very fine man. Knows his spot.
She walks over and she taps you on the shoulder, Cilka, and she goes, "His name's not Jack," and walks away.
Yeah, a little too soon.
Okay. I mean, like I said, man, it's what I go by. You know, it's a little public persona.
It's just how I knew about you. I didn't mean to offend you, my liege.
Oh no, of course not. Please stand.
I prepared. If it's okay, Mr. Quentin, I prepared something for your arrival. When I heard Jack's voice, I got so excited that I recorded a song that you could walk into the mansion with.
That sounds very interesting. Sure, let's go for it.
Let's go, everybody. I'd love to hear it. And I look straight at Nyx and I lead her on.
I'm just...
Droopy grabs you by the hand, Cilka, and he starts walking with you because he's very, very excited about the song.
Fond of you.
Already. I'm like,
the last person that you see kind of in the group as well is Elliot. He's a dragonborn. He's a green dragon person, and he just gives you a fine little how do you do. So you guys walk into the Short Marsh Mansion.
The foyer
to a song?
Yeah, so the song is a really long acapella. It's only his voice.
Okay.
It's doing every single part of the song, like even the instrument. It's an acapella, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
And it's sort of like it kind of sounds like "Take a Chance on Me," you know, by ABBA.
Okay.
It's sort of that same like, you know, like it's kind of cringy, really, you know.
Okay. Can we get a little bit of that?
Oh, okay. Welcome home, Mr. Short Marsh. Honey, I took care of it. The mansion's great. Don't go in the basement. No reason. Don't go outside to certain parts of the grounds. Etc.
oh, that is awesome. I'm just sitting here cracking
Oh, that
up.
is.
I eat my first good berry of the day.
There you go.
Gonna need
And
it.
Elliot looks at me and says, "Who is this guy?" And I'm like, "I'm not sure." We'll find out.
Wow.
With
I love more of that, Cilka.
Yes.
I just
And
any more you've got, just let us know. I'm down to listen, and I know we all are too.
Oh, I think
I
that
don't think that's
I
necessary.
think that Jack that's enough on Jack's big head.
Oh,
Big head.
just whenever you want. Let me know.
Oh yeah.
Oh my, no.
This whole time I've had my arm around Nyx.
Music is also one of my hobbies. I admire the eloquence.
Yeah, what key was that in?
F sharp.
Sharp like you.
I thought it would be a great key to start an F sharp.
Sharp like you. Sharp like me. Isn't that right, Nyx?
and Nyx just kind of shakes her head. Thanks for listening to Forsyth Fantasy Hour, a podcast created by Scott D. Forsyth. Hosted by Tristan Lagan, Vicky Forsyth, and Scott D. Forsyth, with Ben Looper. Intro and outro theme composed and performed by Popski, with additional music and sound effects provided by Audio Blocks. Until the next episode, stay safe, adventurers.